Hello everyone, Leah Harlann here. Welcome back to my reading corner where we can enjoy all kinds of content from fantasy and fanfiction to gacha games and graduate school. Today I'm going to talk about the books that I hauled in the month of March. This includes books from subscription boxes like Illumicrate and Fairy Loot, but also some books that I purchased from resale sites because I was very reckless with my tax return money. I was so good about filing my taxes ahead of time, really staying on the ball with that this year. And then the money came and I kind of flipped out a little bit. I went a little spending happy on some websites like eBay. So if you're excited to see what I got, go ahead and stick around. Hello, this is Leah, Leah's gloved hand. Here you can see the boxes that have all arrived over the last week and a half. These two right here are the Fairy Loot and Illumicrate, and then these over here are ones from resale sites. So quite the stack we've got going on. I was a little worried at how long it took Fairy Loot and Illumicrate to arrive this month, but I do recall there being some inclement weather near at least one of the distribution centers. So I can understand why it might have ended up taking a while, but I mean, not seeing tracking numbers update for a long time can cause worry. So I hope this isn't something that happens every month. So I'm going to clear some space and then start with my book boxes that come each month. First being Illumicrate. I covered up the shipping labels so you can't see any of my personal information. I'm having a little bit of trouble, but it's because it's upside down. And here's the book, Song of Silver, Flame Like Night by Amelie Wenzhou. I do predict what I think the books are going to be each month from Fairy Loot and Illumicrate. I use the hashtag BookboxBets on Twitter if you're interested. So I was pretty confident about this one. And I'll go ahead and set it over here for now and clear the box away. Next is Fairy Loot. I was really impatient to get to this one because I had already seen other people opening theirs on TikTok, so I knew I was right about my guess for this one. In fairness, I think it was pretty obvious. The theme, according to the little card that you all pull out here, is Voyage of Chaos. And from the art style of the graphic, should be pretty obvious. I was really looking forward to this release. I was so impatient. This is the one that the tracking number wasn't moving for like such a long time, but it did finally arrive, and that is The Adventures of Amina Al-Sirafi by Shannon Chakraborty. I just finished the Devabad trilogy in the last few months, and I loved it so much, so I was so excited to hear that a new book was coming right away. These sprayed edges are gorgeous. There is so much foiling all over the dust jacket. The sea creature theme and the constellations are just so gorgeous. We know that sailors operate by the location of constellations in the sky, so it's just super on brand. And look at this map. This map with the foiling is the end page for this book. I have not had such gorgeous end pages in a book before. I was totally blown away. And if we look at the back, there is a slight difference. We've got the map, but also a cat. Oh, I was so thrilled to see such gorgeous art on the M papers. It made me so happy. And here I'll take the dust jacket off so we can get a look at that gorgeous naked hardcover. The excessive amounts of foiling continues, but I do not mind one bit. I love all of this foiling. It's going to be so hard to decide whether I display this one naked hardback or with the dust jacket on. I mean, look at the spine. Oh, that is eye-catching no matter where you are in the room. So I have it here, and I realized I didn't take the plastic off to show you all of these same details in my February Illumicrate book. So once I get that letter out of the way, I'll show you all of the same details in Song of Silver, Flame Like Night. I will go ahead and move this box out of the way. It's marring the aesthetic. So look at this sprayed edge. We see the 4 really like legendary mythical beasts from Chinese culture. I really love that. It's just really gorgeous along the edge there. We've got the autograph and the gorgeous art on the end papers. And oh, did you see a glimpse of that hardback cover? I'll go ahead and take the dust jacket off so you can see it in full. So there's the back end paper, same art, and look at this naked hardcover. We see the 4 mythical beast creatures again. You've got the dragon, the phoenix, the tiger, and the tortoise. I have read some Chinese mythology-based books before and inspired books, so I am familiar with them. I'm looking forward to see how it plays into the story. It does say that Song of Silver Flame Like Night is inspired by wuxia, and I have read some wuxia, so I'm excited to see how Amelie uses it. This next box, it does have fairy loot tape on it. This is a purchase from eBay. I had a little bit of difficulty finalizing this transaction because it was an auction that I really tried to snipe right as it was closing, and it closed really late at night. It was the middle of the night, honestly. It was like close to 2 or 3 a.m. for me. But it did arrive, and see if you can guess what all of these are just based on those color sprayed edges. Do you know? Do you know what this set of books is? Well, if you weren't sure, you should be able to see in just a second. I am honestly over the moon, so I am being so careful. I'm being so careful with these. But yes, if you read that correctly, that is the Graceling Realm Deluxe set by Kristen Cashore in partnership with Fairy Loot. This series means so much to me. I was a huge fan of the first 3, Graceling Fire and Bitter Blue, when they first came out when I was younger. My brother and I actually both read these. So, and I do have the original set down in my other room's bookcase. And I was really late to the party with joining Fairy Loot and seeing all these special editions. So imagine my disappointment when I had seen that this set was offered in early 2021 when the 4th book, Winterkeep, was first released. I mean, I hadn't even known that there were more books in the Graceling realm. And now it was late 2022, and I had missed these gorgeous books. And I went and looked them up, and I saw that there were new reprints, like new covers, even with the American releases, which are gorgeous as well, by the way. And I'm planning on picking up those as well. But this series as a whole was just so important to me growing up. It is my favorite, to this day, my favorite YA fantasy, Graceling specifically, but I even love Fire and Bitter Blue, so I'm really looking forward to getting back into the Graceling realm with Winterkeep and Sea Sparrow, which I have already purchased the normal American hardback covers of those. So I have extra copies all around. And I'm also planning on doing a reread of the first 3 before jumping into Winterkeep and Sea Sparrow. I have my really old copy, and I want to annotate it on this read through. It won't be my first read by any means, but it's just such a special book to me. And I love Graceling so much. So as you can see, though, this is only the first 4 books out of 5. Sea Sparrow has since come out. This set was released in January 2021 with the release of Winterkeep, like I said before. And Sea Sparrow came out in, I think it was October or November of 2022. So I had just missed that one's order period as well, the exclusive sale period with Fairy Loot. But I'm really glad that I got these 4. As you see, I've been opening them up. There's a gorgeous illustration on the inside of Winterkeep, but there weren't similar ones inside of Graceling Fire and Bitterblue, which was a little disappointing. But I mean, if you look, all of these books are in such amazing, perfect condition, and I got them at a steal off of eBay. I was so lucky to catch it. I was just browsing for another fairy loot book that I was looking for, and I just so happened to see this listing with only a couple hours left. It was so fair. It was very fairly priced. I have seen ridiculous prices for exclusive Fairy Loot and Illumicrate books and book sets nowadays. I got that whole set for maybe $140, and it was free shipping. This next box I did have to open ahead of time because I bought it off of Mercari, and if you've never bought from Mercari, you wouldn't know, but you have to review within 3 days of receiving the package in order for the seller to get paid. So I didn't want to hold up the seller getting their money just while I waited to film a video. So I already know what this is, and well, you just heard me talking about it. I had missed the pre-order period for Sea Sparrow, but luckily I did find listings of Sea Sparrow standalone on plenty of different sites, but this one on Mercari, the seller was really nice. She said she had bought a duplicate copy by accident, so it was pretty much brand new, and she offered it at a very fair price. She even, you can see, included the original Fairy Loot card that came with the package. Everything was basically exactly as it had been shipped to her. So I'm very happy now to be able to say that I have the full Graceling Realm deluxe set. And I'm very much looking forward to diving back in, starting fresh from the beginning, and then getting to read these new stories with Winterkeep and Sea Sparrow. You can see there's a gorgeous illustration inside this one as well, and all of them, of course, are signed by Kristen Cashore. I'm going to have to wait a little bit before buying the rest of the American. I have to buy the first 3 in their new American reprints because I have the original 3, and then I bought Sea Sparrow and Winterkeep. Oh, and yeah, the seller did include a little, I think it was one of the goodies from the February box. It's called a Snow Oak pendant. I think when I was watching some other people unbox their full Fairy Loot boxes that I saw them showing this off. It's really cute and silver, and I do like silver with my jewelry, so thank you so much for that little freebie. This is the last box. This is a special edition exclusive unboxing video that I just really wanted to kind of get all of the endorphins of opening all these packages at the same time. I'm really struggling with this one. This is the book I had actually been looking for originally when I spotted and stumbled across the Graceling Realm set by chance on eBay. So this is the one that I've been dying to get my hands on for months that I missed since it was from last year. And I wasn't subscribed yet. If you can see through the bubble wrap, you already know what it is. I've talked about it in previous videos, but yes, it is Babel by R.F. Kuang. This is one of my favorite reads of 2022. I love the Poppy War trilogy. I love Babel. I'm very much excited for Yellowface. I've already pre-ordered my exclusive edition of that as well. And I was really torn between which one I wanted to try and hunt down, the Fairy Loot or the Illumicrate, because both are gorgeous. But this sprayed edge, this sprayed edge is what swayed me, because the building, and then look at these end papers, you get the characters. I love all of my children, except for Letty. And we all know why we don't like Letty. If you know, you know. If you don't, read Babel. And there are my boys. I almost cried when I opened this. I want to reread it now. And the naked hardback is just so gorgeous. There's just a little bit of hint of the foiling, on the stars, and some in the end papers. And then it's got this really cute sort of like silver bar with the autograph and the title, which I think is such a nice little nod to the magic system in the book. And so, yeah, these are all of my special editions that I ordered. Some, the regular subscription, some from resellers. Thanks for watching.